Hey YouTube, Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Deluxe Chroma Fury Saber. And it looks like they've taken out the Chroma and the Fury. I'm just kidding. This is not the Deluxe Chroma Fury Saber. I just want to say it is not. This is the Halloween prop version of the sword from Dino Fury, which is primarily for kids' costumes and, you know, like kid cosplay and stuff like that. But once in a while, I like to cover these because they actually can make a solid substitute display piece or collection piece, or even a cosplay piece for adults, depending. Now, I don't think this one's going to be a cosplay piece for adults, but it might be a good substitute for you in a couple areas. So, all it does is be sword. That's literally all it does. There's no sounds or anything. There's obviously no key reader. I feel like given the comments I've gotten over the years, someone's probably going to ask me to try to put the keys in, but you can't. The mouth doesn't open. So all it does is be sword. We're basically just here to talk about the aesthetics, and I'm going to do a comparison to the releases we do have. So it honestly doesn't look half bad. Like, the paint details are pretty decent. Exactly what they need for the Saber, for the chompy piece. You know, it looks a little bit blended together here. This is like the only area it blends in. Like, and then of course on this side, you have like the barcodes and stuff like that. And if you look at it real close, you know, like literally like this close, it gets blurry if your camera's like that. No, if you're nearsighted also. But like if you look at it real close, you can kind of tell it's a little cheaper because, you know, it's just a costume prop. But it's honestly not terrible looking. If you're someone that's just looking for a decent sized sword for your Ryusoulger or Dino Fury display, it's not that bad. Like I said, it's not going to be really that much of use of you if you're an adult cosplayer, but for kid cosplayers, aka going out for Halloween, it's perfect, which is exactly what it's for. And I have to say, it is on the smaller side. You can see, obviously, I'm an adult, so it's going to be even smaller. But I have to say, even for the kid-size one, it's not that bad. And I think it's because this isn't oversized like the main toy, so it just feels more right proportionately. And the reason I bring that up is because in all my reviews for Power Rangers toys, I mentioned how even when I was little, when I was the target audience, the Power Rangers swords were too small for me. And this one feels like it actually might be a better size for a kid because it's not going to be one-to-one scale for an adult, but it feels like, even for me, it feels a little bit better, and I think this will be an even better fit for kids. And I say that because of the way I felt when I was little. And in terms of accuracy, the only thing you don't really have going for it is obviously you can't use the keys in it, and this is a little bit thin. Like, it's thinner than it is in the show. But again, if you're someone that just displays it like this, you're honestly good to go. It's not that bad for what it is. But let's do some comparisons here. So here it is next to the Japanese Ryusoulger. As you can see, there's a huge difference here. The blade is actually longer, and this thing is actually overall longer. It's kind of hard to do because the T-Rex doesn't want to stay up, but it is overall longer than the Japanese version. But you see what I'm talking about here with the giant chompy here? Like, I know this is more accurate to the show in terms of this size, but this kind of dwarfs this, which this is already small and it retroactively feels smaller. And this is a good example of something I would have gotten when I was the target audience and felt like it was too small. So this actually is a little bit more accurate looking. Again, not one-to-one scale, but for a display, you don't care about the chompies, especially for this one that doesn't have the US noises, which aren't even really any noises, then this is actually a little bit better for that. Then you have the Big Mac Daddy here, which is kind of hard to compare unless I pick this up, but this is the Ryusoulger Memorial Edition. It's basically like a complete selection one that is actual scale. So if you're really after the best one, it's obviously not going to make the US noises, it's going to make Japanese noises. This is the best one, but I figured I would show it off regardless. But this one actually is more in scale proportionately. Like this, you can see, is a little bit thicker, whereas this is a little bit thinner. These two are kind of more related, I feel, in terms of the more accurate proportions, because that one's giant head dwarfs the blade so much it feels inaccurate. But I just thought it was worth comparing. Now, obviously, I don't have the Chroma Saber yet as of this recording, but I will be showing this off in the Chroma Saber review when we get it. I'll put up a picture right now, and honestly, it looks okay, and I can't really say anything concrete because, again, I don't have it in hand. But just from the pictures, aesthetically, I do think this one looks a little bit more accurate proportionately. So if you're not, you know, caring about the sounds and you just want something like this, this might be for you. But stay tuned for the Chroma Fury review, and I'll compare them both if you're kind of wanting to see which one might be best for your needs. But I don't know, guys. I mean, as we know from that Fan Friday, kids' favorite activity of all time is scanning colors, and this thing doesn't even scan colors. I mean, the hours I spent scanning colors when I was little. Anyway, that's a bit of this one, guys. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can see my videos. Awesome Rider, signing out.